Joe Giglio for NJ Sports Now on this Thursday, October the 23rd. A little tired this morning after staying up back-to-back nights for the first two games of the 2014 World Series, but I get the feeling I'm one of the only ones. I get the feeling that you aren't dragging through your Thursday the way I am because you're probably not watching. The ratings came back for Game 1 of the World Series on Tuesday night, and they weren't pretty for Major League Baseball. The lowest rated Game 1 in history, and overall the fifth lowest rated game in the history of the World Series. And get ready for it, folks. We are in for a week or two of Is Baseball Dying? Or Why is Baseball Dying? Or 15 reasons on BuzzFeed why baseball is dying. Get ready for all of those stories, but the bottom line is they're just really not true. Baseball is a regional game, and despite the fact that The Voice and NCIS outrated baseball for the first game, and despite the fact that last night's game probably didn't do much better, and Game 3 on Friday night I imagine to be another dud as well. I think this will be a low-rated World Series when you compare it to past World Series. But I think when we have to evaluate is baseball dying or not, you have to look at some other factors. The fact that attendance throughout the year across Major League Baseball is still very healthy. And the fact that media dollars, when it comes to MLB.TV or it comes to all the regional networks that people have with their cable providers, it's still very strong. Baseball's revenues are very strong. Baseball's popularity on a year-to-year basis is very strong. And the bottom line here is baseball is a regional game. If your team's not in it, or a marquee team that you love or love to hate isn't in it, you're not going to watch. And these two teams in this World Series, if you're not a big baseball fan, probably don't really do it for you. The Kansas City Royals, you probably can't name 4 or 5 players on the team unless you have been watching this entire month. And the San Francisco Giants, despite winning 2 of the past 4 World Series, on the verge of maybe a third, and the D word in baseball, a dynasty, people don't know much about that team. They play on the left coast. They're in a big city, but they're not in New York or Boston or Los Angeles. They have some really good players, but not baseball's best players. And I think as you watch this World Series, or don't, you're going to hear more and more about is baseball dying and where does baseball go from here. I think baseball is going to be just fine. There's going to be ebbs. There's going to be flows. But despite the ratings, baseball is not dead just yet. I'm Joe Giglio for NJ Sports.